Hi! Right now, I'm going to show you how to repair a weight, like a little metal bead that's come out of the bottom of your veil. Oftentimes this happens from smacking it on the ground, but sometimes the beads wiggle their way out of the casing, and with the force of even just flowing and moving, some of the beads have sharp edges I've found in this new batch, and so they like to poke holes in your silk. So here's a way when you find them to do a couple little stitches to repair it up. It should be pretty quick and pretty easy. And hi from beautiful New Orleans, where it's about to rain soon, I think. Okay, so here I have a, this is a half circle veil, and you can see this area is where you would hold it. So most of the time, if you are here, you're gonna get wear and tear on the fabric here, right? And to repair that, you'll fold it over and then seam it. However, what we're really talking about in this little episode of how to repair your veil is the other end. So this is the end of the silk, right? You can see this, the seam, the end. And so with these, they have a flat, they're not curved. So this guy, this is a sharp little metal bead right here. And you can see that there's a little bit of wear and tear on the silk right there. So there's very minimal on this because this is a new veil, but I can kind of pull my finger in there and feel the bead. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take my hand, there's a little casing on the inside of here, like a little outside sheath, and then I'm going to find the tip of the metal weight. I'm going to use my needle, just poke through wherever you're not going to make a stitch. I'm going to use this to poke in, and then I'm going to push the sheath up over the weight, more or less. Okay, so you want to do that as many times as you need until you can kind of get that bead back in. Okay, and so then what I'm going to encourage you to do here is to kind of go in any way you want. Right now you can see this is a doubled up thread with a double knot at the end. Okay, and so I'm going to go in from underneath, and I'm going to try to catch the outside of that casing. And so I'm going to pull this so it's flush, and then I'm going to go back in on the other side of the casing. Okay, and so I'm kind of moving this away from the hole so it doesn't put pressure on that end right now, and I'm just sewing through. I'm kind of trying to feel my way around the bead, trying to find the meat of that casing, and then sew in and then come back down. So we're doing this way to really cinch that end of the veil, of the weight into the veil. And so I'm just going up and down here so my stitches are more or less invisible. So if you don't have exact matching thread, it's not such a big deal. And so then what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to do that all the way down, up and down, which is going to cinch in the area and give it a little bit more support that has any little tears or holes in it. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm just going up and down, and then I'm going to do double knot here. Okay, let me make sure you can see this. Yeah, okay, so I knot it, go around, press into the knot, and then pull. Once again, make a loop. Okay, loop, push in, go off, and I bring my scissors out, but then you'll just cut it really close, and then that should help keep that casing, keep the weight inside the casing. Okay, you can alternatively, if you want to at this point, you can do some loops like this. I'm probably going to take these out in a bit though, and you can hold them there. Okay, this is going to cinch the fabric down even more and kind of like keep it down in case you have any lumps or bumps. And you can actually go all the way along the veil up here at the end, because that's usually where it's going to take the most brunt. So I hope that helps. I do that to a lot of my veils. When you use weight with a very delicate fabric like silk, you're going to get those stretches, pulls, and micro tears. I know that sounds terrible for me to say as a creatrix of these, but I have always found that no matter what creations I make, they always have little bits, little weak spots within each individual veil design. So I'm always learning because I'm always creating new veil designs and new silk, new products and everything. So knowing when to put a couple stitches into your veils while they still have a lot of integrity and not a big rip can save them from a lot more in the future. So, yeah, keep on looking at this veil right here. Just look at your veils often. Notice, if you get the micro tears, especially in the ultra lightweight silk, that just happens. Just let it go. It's a sign of love, I like to think. Then the heavier weight silk lasts a little bit longer, but you still, if you do hit it on things, if you just step on it with your heels or ever tear it, or get those little weights poking out, just sew it back up as soon as you can, because the sooner you can catch it, the sooner you can do those little micro repairs, the better it's going to be and the better it's going to hold up. So I hope that helps.